And in this installment, we got another 3 games coming to you on Friday for DraftKings and Fanduel. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Friday night slate showdown we got going on DraftKings and FanDuel, bringing you the top plays from point guard all the way down the center, giving you the value plays and the lock of the night. All right, but before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. All right. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Also, follow me on TikTok at chef_D91. I'll be posting up some plays on there as well. All right. So before we get into this jam-packed Friday, we got a ton of plays with all these injuries. There's openings up for each and every position, plus a ton of value options that we got for Friday. But before we deep dive into that, you guys have to sign up for the Patreon. You're missing out. Why? I don't get it. Sign up for the Patreon. If you want DFS plays, I give you that. If you want bets, I'll give you that. All right. I'm trying to do it to the best of my ability. All right. So we had an NBA sweep last night, as you can see right there. The Memphis Grizzlies, great comeback. I wish I should have live bet them, but that's okay. Dallas Mavericks, I loved them to cover, and I also put it in the Patreon that I think they would win. All right. Dallas Mavericks came through. Also, here's a little gem. I don't think the Jazz will win another game in this series, to be completely honest. Okay, that team is about to be blown up. You got turmoil between Donovan Mitchell and turmoil between Rudy Gobert. They do not like each other. They don't work together well. That it's done. It's done. Golden State Warriors came through, did what they were supposed to do against the Denver Nuggets. Just some other parlays here, just pairing Memphis and the Warriors together. Warriors by itself, and then Dallas by itself. All right. Also on FanDuel, they gave this super boost out, and that cat. Thank you to Bleacher Report, because I didn't even notice until I checked my Instagram, and that he had posted that, and that gave me the idea. I'm like, yeah, might as well. Like, if you think they're gonna win, then you think that Clay, Jordan Poole, and Steph Curry are going to make at least 2 threes, and they did. So that came through. So now, after the promotion of the Patreon, I hope you guys signed up. We're going to get into this slate. Starting off at the point guard position, we are starting with Chris Paul, okay? Chris Paul is now the general of this Phoenix Suns offense. Well, he's always been, but he is missing his Robin, okay? It was Batman and Robin between Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Now it's just Batman, okay? Chris Paul is here. This is the reason why he had that little rest when he had the broken thumb, supposedly broken thumb on his non-shooting hand, and he took a month or 2 off. This is for him to be ramped up and to give it his all in the playoffs. So you're getting 100% Chris Paul playoff form. So we should be looking at somewhat close to a triple-double, somewhat like he did in game 1, where it was 30 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds. We're going to get a full-fledged Chris Paul game here, trying to facilitate the ball to other guys, his other shooters. They still have a lot of guys on this Phoenix Suns team to get them to a victory, going up against the 8th-seeded New Orleans Pelicans, okay? And he shot poorly in game 2, 5 of 16. I expect a bounce back from Chris Paul in this game, so I love him at that point guard position. Next, we're going to look at Trey Young. Trey Young is getting some home cooking now. You know his splits, home and road. So as you can just see here, here's an example. At home, he's averaging 52 fantasy points per game. Away, he's averaging 47. In total, he's averaging against Miami, which is 36. So in that previous game, in game 2, he stepped up, okay? Shot 50% from the field goal, but shot poorly from that 3-point line. I think that's going to turn around in his home environment in Atlanta, where he shoots at another level there. So we're going to get a big performance, as you're going to see Atlanta Hawks fight and claw to not go down 0-3. It's a very similar situation between the Warriors and the Denver Nuggets. The question is, are the Atlanta Hawks good enough to get one? All right, just get one. I'm trying to give you DFS knowledge and some betting insight at the same time, okay? So I love Trey Young coming home in this particular game. Let's go on to our next selection at the shooting guard position. That will be Tyler Hero, all right? He struggled in the first 2 games. I think they're going to need his 6-man ability in this game at Atlanta because Atlanta is going to be coming with everything. I expect them the over to probably hit in this one because you got home cooking here. That means the ability of the role players, Kevin Huerter, Bogdanovich, John Collins, off the bench, they got guys. Those guys are going to be stepping up another notch, and they're going to need scoring ability on that other side in that 6-man role in that second unit for the Miami Heat. Miami Heat is a great defensive team. If things don't fall through with their other 3-point shooters, they need a creator in Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is that guy that can create his own shot and facilitate the ball to the other guys on this Miami Heat offense. So I'm liking him at 6,600. They dropped him just a little bit. He has at a great price for today. All right, let's go on to the small forward position. I hinted at him just a little bit. We have Bogdanovich here for the Atlanta Hawks going against the Miami Heat. 5,500 for someone that just went off for a 40 bomb. Yes, he struggled in game 1. The whole team struggled in game 1. They fought back in game 2, made it a little bit closer in that fourth quarter. Now we're getting an environment. Atlanta's back home. Bogdanovich needs to continue this performance if they have a chance. At 5,500, someone that's going to have the ability to get 30, 40 fantasy points. Definitely love him at this current price. All right, let's go on to our power forward. All right, power forward. I got a couple gems for you here. The first one we're going to talk about is someone I gave you in the previous video, and that is John Collins. John Collins is at 5,900. He's back from his injury. He got us 31 fantasy points at 5,100. If he gets that similar performance yet again, a double-double, I'll be fine with that because the price has not corrected itself yet. He is supposed to be at that 7,500 range if it's fully ramped up. I'm expecting even more minutes coming to John Collins. Went from 21 in that first game to 29 in the second. Then we're expecting where this is playoff, all right? You're seeing a lot of the first unit guys playing 35, 40 minutes. So we're going to see an increase to John Collins. Definitely going to need his athletic ability on the boards and creating in the fast break as well. So John Collins is going to be our power forward. And I have a second one for you as well at the power forward position. And do not forget to stack the Bulls, okay? Bulls are coming home. They're in a great situation here. You have an injured Milwaukee Bucks team who technically you should have beat them in game 1 if everyone was shooting correctly. Now you're coming back home. Now everything should be clicking on all cylinders. You got your big 3 in DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Vucevic. You got your role players in Caruso, Patrick Williams, who we'll get to. And you got a great environment. DeMar DeRozan coming back home, getting some home cooking going. That mid-range game should be at his peak performance and somewhere where he's very, very comfortable shooting. I love DeMar DeRozan at 8,600 if you want to pay up at that power forward spot, okay? Let's go on to our center position. I got another 2 gems for you here. Dude, let me see. Let's make sure before I continue to go on. Yeah, we got another 2 gems for you here at that center position. The first one will be DeAndre Ayton, the center for the Phoenix Suns with no Devin Booker. You're going to see a lot of a 2-man game, a little high pick and roll, pick and pop that they can definitely perform between Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton. Obviously, they have other shooters around with Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder. And I have another gem for you. That's going to be the value play. But the main 2 guys here that are going to need to dominate will be Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton, okay? So you're going to see increased shot attempts from him from that mid-range, and he's going to have to be a beast down low. I'm expecting definitely a double-double from DeAndre Ayton. And they'll probably be at a value because in the first 2 games he didn't do it. So in this one, expect a double-double from DeAndre Ayton. You can even bet that on Fanduel, okay? Definitely look towards that one. So DeAndre Ayton at 7,600. Next guy we got at the center position, all right? There's a lot of gems here. Brook Lopez at 5,300. He's been stepping up. helping the Milwaukee Bucks. Ever since he came back, you see Milwaukee Bucks turn into them old selves just a little bit. Now with no Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez is going to have to be a little bit more consistent. He might have to step up the three-point shooting. He might have to be more physical down low. The question mark with him is the rebounding. It's always been the rebounding, okay? Brook Lopez can score with the best of them, okay? The rebounding was always a question mark. I don't understand why he was 7 foot and wasn't consistently getting double doubles. I'm a Nets fan, so I saw Brook Lopez every single game. And you're like, where's the rebounds, bro? Yes, good. You can make a mid-range jumper. Yes, you can occasionally make a three. Now you're basically just a three-point shooter. Where are the rebounds? And that's going to be a question mark here. But I still like the play. They're going to need to lean on Drew Holiday, Lopez, and Giannis. Those are going to be the top 3 guys for the Milwaukee Bucks with no Chris Middleton. So him at 5,300 is still a value. All right. Now let's go over to Fanduel and we will look at our value plays and the lock of the night. The first one we're going to tune into will be Alex Caruso. He came through in spades. All right. I gave someone on Instagram this play it was on YouTube. Someone commented down below. That's why you gotta comment down below. He asked me, what do you think about Alex Caruso? And I'm like, hey, if he's knocking down the shots, then definitely he's going to be getting a ton of minutes because he is the best defender. He's that X factor like Patrick Beverley, but he's better. Okay, Alex Caruso is better than Patrick Beverley, and he can knock down a consistent three. So Caruso showed up in game 2 and really provided a huge impact to the Chicago Bulls offensively and defensively. So Alex Caruso is just $100 more on DraftKings. I don't mind paying that price because in game 2, he was able to come through with 38 minutes, 9 points, 10 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 2 rebounds, and 35 fantasy points. Filling across the board. This is someone that you could definitely plug in and move on to another position. All right. So I love Alex Caruso as a value play for Friday. Okay. Next, we're going to go on to Cam Payne. We got right here, 4,400. No Devin Booker. They're going to be looking at more of a 2-guard set here. Cameron Payne is going to be that guy that's going to step up. All right. He was fine earlier this season when Chris Paul was out. He stepped in. It was Cameron Payne and Devin Booker, and he was almost at the price of 7,000. If you want to look back in the game logs, Cameron Payne is at 4,500 on DraftKings, and you look before. He was definitely 7,100, 7,600, 7,700. He was providing big points, assists, chipping in with rebounds, steals here and there. Very high energy. We'll see what they're going to do with the starting lineup. I expect either Cameron Payne to come in the starting lineup or our next gem. And this might be my second favorite value play. That will be Cameron Johnson. This man right here was huge. Okay, he was huge. He had a little bit of a run. This man is a knockdown shooter. Coming from North Carolina, and he's really turned himself into something very, very nice. We'll look at this stretch here against New York, Portland, Utah, New Orleans. 43 fantasy points, 32 fantasy points, and 35 fantasy points. If you're looking at someone on FanDuel that's going to knock down a lot of threes, like what Maxi Kleber did in that previous game when he knocked down 9 threes, Cameron Johnson can be that guy for the Phoenix Suns. So he'll probably come up into the starting lineup. If he doesn't, I think that's even better because he'll get more opportunities, but he's always going to get minutes. As you can see, 26 minutes in game 2, 23 minutes in game 1. Struggled for the 3-point line, but we know the ability is there, okay? We 100% know the ability is there, and he's going to be my second favorite value play of the day, Cameron Johnson. All right, and I got 2 more guys for you for value because there's a lot of options with all these injuries before I get to the lock of the night. All right, next guy we're going to be looking at will be Patrick Williams. All right, Patrick Williams at 4,700, the rookie for Chicago. He's stepping up into his own. Yes, he's a great defender. If he can chip in the points, then you're looking at a Dorian Finney-Smith on our hands. Okay, so Patrick Williams here, 4,200 on DraftKings. He's a very solid option. He gave us almost a double-double in game 2. We're expecting a similar performance on that because he is a solid defender, switching on to Giannis, and he did a good job on Chris Middleton. He can even switch on to Drew Holiday as well. He has that ability. All right, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. Very active defender, and that's what this Bulls team is instilling. They were a top 5 defense in the first half of the season, had a little bit of injuries, but they're getting back to it. So I love Patrick Williams at 4,700 on FanDuel and 4,200 on DraftKings. All right, and then last but not least, Bobby Portis will be our final value play of the day. Other than Brook Lopez, Jrue Holiday, Giannis Antetokounmpo, that 6 man that they got off their bench, as long as his eye is okay, because he did get injured in the previous game. Right now, he is on track to play on Friday. He's at 5,700. He can provide a big X factor for the Milwaukee Bucks. They could go bigger and do like a Lopez, Portis, Giannis lineup, which is super big. That could be in the cards for the Milwaukee Bucks, but he has the ability to knock down threes and get you a double-double at 5,700. And then our lock of the night, will be Giannis Antetokounmpo. Okay, I could have went with Chris Paul, I could have went with a couple other guys, but we have Giannis Antetokounmpo without his number 2 guy in Chris Middleton. He's $12,000 salary on FanDuel. If you're looking at Giannis Antetokounmpo on DraftKings, he is at a price of $11,200. So you're saving salary there on DraftKings, definitely. So he has some big upside. You're going to expect a big game from a Giannis Antetokounmpo. You're going to expect 30 points. You're going to expect 15 plus rebounds. You're going to expect assists as well. So triple-double upside here in Giannis Antetokounmpo, similar to what Nikola Jokic did yesterday. Everything is going to be on supposedly the best player in the NBA. So Giannis Antetokounmpo will be the lock of the night. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know in that comment section below if you have any other suggestions at point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, value play, or lock of the night. Definitely let me know in that comment section down below. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. We are at, 840 something? 830 something? Whatever. The goal is 1K. Continue to subscribe, okay? The goal is 1K. 1K will be the cash giveaway. I'll be back very soon with another video. Peace out.